Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the A to Z Learning English podcast. I'm John, and it's great to have you join us once again as we continue our journey of mastering the English language.
And I'm Sarah. We're thrilled to be here with you today, bringing you another insightful topic that will help you elevate your English skills to the next level. Thanks for tuning in.
In our last episode, we discussed the importance of intonation and stress in English, and how they can significantly impact the way your message is perceived. We provided practical tips and exercises to help you improve this crucial aspect of spoken English. If you missed that episode, be sure to check it out because mastering intonation and stress is key to clear and effective communication.
Absolutely, John. Intonation and stress are vital components of spoken English, and today we're going to build on that foundation by diving into another critical aspect of communication: using tone and body language to enhance your spoken English. This is a topic that goes hand in hand with what we discussed in our last episode.
That's right, Sarah. Tone and body language are two powerful tools that can complement your verbal communication, making your message not only clear, but also engaging and persuasive. Whether you're in a casual conversation, giving a presentation, or participating in a discussion, how you say something and how you present yourself can be just as important as the words you use.
So, in today's episode, we'll be exploring how to effectively use tone and body language to convey your message more effectively. We'll break down the different types of tones, discuss the role of body language in communication, and provide you with actionable tips and exercises to practice.
1. The power of tone in communication. Let's begin with tone. When we talk about tone in communication, we're referring to the emotional quality or attitude that comes through in your voice. Your tone can convey a wide range of emotions: enthusiasm, frustration, curiosity, confidence, and more, depending on how you modulate your voice.
For example, if you're excited about something, your tone might be higher and faster, conveying your enthusiasm. On the other hand, if you're explaining something serious or important, you might use a slower, more deliberate tone to emphasize the gravity of the situation.
That's a great point, Sarah. It's also important to consider the context when choosing your tone. In professional settings, for instance, a calm and confident tone is often more appropriate, while in casual conversations, a more relaxed and informal tone might be better suited.
Exactly, John. Your tone can also help to build rapport and trust with your listener. A warm, friendly tone can make you seem more approachable, while a harsh or cold tone might push people away, even if your words are polite.
It's fascinating how much tone can influence communication. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it that can make a huge difference in how your message is received.
To add to that, let's consider the impact of tone in different scenarios. For example, if you're delivering good news, an upbeat and positive tone will likely make the recipient feel happy and excited. Conversely, if you're delivering bad news, a more somber tone can help convey the seriousness of the situation and show empathy.
Yes, and even within the same conversation, your tone might need to shift depending on what you're talking about. This flexibility in tone is something that comes with practice, but it's essential for effective communication.
Another interesting aspect of tone is how it can influence the mood of a conversation. For example, if you start a meeting with a positive tone, it can set a constructive and open atmosphere for the rest of the discussion. On the other hand, a negative or aggressive tone might create tension and make others less willing to engage.
That's why being mindful of your tone is so important. It's not just about the words you choose, but also about how those words are delivered. The same sentence can have a completely different impact depending on the tone used.
2. The role of body language. Now, let's talk about body language. Body language includes your facial expressions, gestures, posture, and even eye contact, all of which play a significant role in how your message is conveyed and perceived.
That's right, Sarah. For example, maintaining eye contact shows that you're engaged and confident, while a slouched posture might indicate disinterest or insecurity. Even small gestures like nodding your head while someone is speaking can signal that you're actively listening and understanding.
And let's not forget about facial expressions. A smile can make you seem more approachable and friendly, while a frown might convey displeasure or confusion. Your facial expressions can reinforce the tone of your voice and help convey your message more effectively.
Absolutely. In fact, research suggests that a large part of communication is nonverbal, meaning that your body language can sometimes speak louder than your words. This is why it's so important to be aware of how you're presenting yourself, especially in important conversations or presentations.
It's also worth mentioning that body language can vary across cultures, so it's important to be mindful of these differences when communicating with people from different backgrounds. What might be considered a positive gesture in one culture could be interpreted differently in another.
That's a very good point, Sarah. Being aware of these cultural differences can help you avoid misunderstandings and ensure that your body language supports your message rather than detracts from it.
And when it comes to improving your body language, one of the first steps is simply to become more aware of it. Pay attention to how you use your hands, your posture, and your facial expressions when you're speaking. Are you open and inviting, or do you appear closed off or tense?
Another important aspect of body language is consistency. Your body language should match the tone and content of your message. If you're delivering positive news, your body language should reflect that positivity. On the other hand, if you're discussing something serious, your body language should be more subdued and reflective.
It's also helpful to observe others. Watch how effective speakers use their body language to enhance their message. Notice how they stand, how they move their hands, and how they make eye contact. These observations can provide valuable insights that you can incorporate into your own communication style.
And don't underestimate the power of a good handshake either. In many cultures, a firm handshake is seen as a sign of confidence and professionalism. Practicing your handshake and making sure it's neither too weak nor too strong can make a positive first impression.
Absolutely, John. Small gestures like these can have a big impact on how you're perceived, so it's worth taking the time to refine them. 3. Tips for improving tone and body language. Now that we've covered the basics of tone and body language, let's move on to some practical tips for improving these aspects of your communication.
One of the best ways to improve your tone is to practice speaking in front of a mirror. This allows you to observe your facial expressions and body language as you speak. You can experiment with different tones and see how they affect your overall delivery.
Another great exercise is to record yourself speaking and then listen back. Pay close attention to your tone. Does it match the message you're trying to convey? Are there areas where you could adjust your tone to be more effective?
That's a great tip, Sarah. And for body language, try practicing your gestures and posture while speaking. Make sure your gestures are natural and not too exaggerated, and that your posture is open and confident. You can also practice maintaining eye contact with your reflection or with a recording device to get more comfortable with it.
Another useful technique is to watch videos of skilled speakers and observe their tone and body language. Notice how they use their voice and movements to engage the audience and emphasize key points. Try to incorporate some of these techniques into your own speaking style.
And don't forget about the importance of relaxation. If you're tense or nervous, it can affect your tone and body language in negative ways. Practicing deep breathing or mindfulness exercises before speaking can help you stay calm and focused.
It's also helpful to practice varying your tone in different contexts. Try reading the same sentence with different emotional tones, like happy, sad, or angry, and notice how the meaning changes. This exercise will help you become more flexible and expressive with your tone.
And when it comes to body language, try practicing with different postures and gestures in front of a mirror. Notice how different stances make you feel and how they affect your overall presence. This awareness will help you choose the most effective body language for each situation.
And remember, practice makes perfect. The more you practice your tone and body language, the more natural they will become, and the more confident you will feel when communicating. 4. Exercises to practice tone and body language. Let's wrap up today's episode with some specific exercises you can do to practice your tone and body language.
A simple but effective exercise is to read a short passage out loud, experimenting with different tones. Try reading it with a happy tone, a serious tone, and a questioning tone, and notice how the meaning and impact of the passage change with each variation.
For body language, try delivering a short speech or presentation while focusing on your posture, gestures, and facial expressions. Record yourself and watch the playback to see where you can improve.
You can also practice with a friend or language partner. Have them give you feedback on your tone and body language, and practice making adjustments based on their observations.
Another great exercise is to practice public speaking in different settings. Whether it's in front of a small group of friends or at a larger event, varying your environment will help you become more adaptable and confident in using your tone and body language effectively.
And don't forget to relax before speaking. Take a few deep breaths, shake out any tension in your body, and focus on staying calm and centered. This will help you deliver your message with clarity and confidence.
Lastly, practice making eye contact while speaking. This can be challenging at first, especially if you're nervous, but with practice, it will become more natural. Try looking at different points in the room or at different people in the audience, and maintain eye contact for a few seconds at a time.
And if you're practicing in front of a mirror or recording yourself, pay attention to how your eyes move and how that affects your overall presence. Eye contact is a powerful tool for connecting with your audience and reinforcing your message.
That's right, John. By practicing these exercises regularly, you'll become more confident in your ability to use tone and body language to enhance your spoken English. And remember, communication is a skill that can always be improved, so keep practicing and refining your technique.
That brings us to the end of today's episode. We hope you found these tips and exercises on tone and body language useful. Remember, improving these aspects of your communication will not only help you become a more effective English speaker, but also a more engaging and confident communicator overall.
As always, we encourage you to practice regularly and seek feedback whenever possible. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes, feel free to reach out.
Thank you for joining us today. Until next time, keep practicing, stay confident, and continue your journey towards English mastery. Goodbye.
Goodbye.